In exercise 6, we have a multi-cylinder circuit that we're designing according to the cascading circuit principles. Packages arrive on a conveyor and are lifted by cylinder A. Cylinder B pushes the packages onto a second roller conveyor. Cylinder A must not execute its return stroke until cylinder B has reached its end position. Design the pneumatic circuit. When it comes to basic pneumatics, when our circuits get really complicated, sometimes to avoid the circuit getting confused, we have to build cascading circuits. That means that we separate the circuit into different sections. We break it up into, in this case, 2 lines, line 1, line 2, which then allows us to control things independently. So, looking at the circuit, we start off with our air supply, and we have to introduce 2 cylinders, cylinder A, cylinder B. Each of them have limit switches, A0, A1, B0, B1. Each of those will have its own 5 two-way control valve, and those will be controlled by each of the different lines. So this circuit then has a group selector valve, which is also a 5 two-way valve that will switch line 1 or line 2 on, depending on where we are in the circuit. So here we have our 2 limit switches, 2 other limit switches, and we have a start button. There's A1 and B0. So to explain the circuit, we push our start button, the air supply goes through A0 into port 14 of our group selector valve, moves it to the right. Air supply then goes into line 1. If it goes to the right on line 1, it goes down to B1, but that is closed. So it goes to the left and up to port 14 of our cylinder A's control valve, pushes the valve to the right, and it pushes the cylinder A out. A1 is then activated, and A1 then closes or opens the air supply to port 14 of cylinder B's control valve. That sends cylinder B out. When B1 is activated, then the air supply from line 1 is able to go through to the group selector valves, port 12, and reset that valve. That then connects the air supply to line 2, which immediately resets cylinder B's control valve, retracts cylinder B, activates B0, and that then allows from line 2 the air supply to retract cylinder A.